Hello, everyone. It's Mr. Kissinger at the Citizenship Academy in Syracuse, New York. And this is 5th grade math module 5, lesson 18. We're going to draw rectangles and rhombuses to clarify their attributes and define rectangles and rhombuses based on those attributes. Let's take a look at our first question here. It says, use the grid paper to draw. And the first one it asks us to draw is a rhombus with no right angles. So a rhombus is simply a quadrilateral that has four equal sides, four sides of the same length. So a rhombus could be a square, and that would be a rhombus if it had four right angles, but it also doesn't need to have four right angles. This one's asking us to draw it without four right angles. So I'm going to draw a rhombus with, I'm going to make the side lengths 2 of these little units here. This one's going to kind of look like a diamond. And I know it's a rhombus because all four sides have the same length. So there's a rhombus with no right angles. Letter B asks us to draw a rhombus with 4 right angles. So this will be a little bit tough here because the grid paper is not a square grid, it's kind of a triangle, so we're just going to go against it a little bit. So I'm going to draw one with 4 right angles. And again, the side lengths are all 2. And if all the sides are the same and all 4 angles are right angles, that's a rhombus, but it's also a square. Letter C, it asks us to draw a rectangle with not all sides equal. So this is kind of a traditional rectangle. When you think about a rectangle, you're going to think of a shape like this. I'll make sure these 2 sides are equal. 2 and 2. Connect those right across. Now a rectangle by definition needs to have 4 right angles. So every corner of this rectangle is going to be a right angle. This side and this side are equal or congruent. And this side and this side have equal lengths as well. And now it asks us to draw a rectangle with all of our sides equal. So this one here had two opposite sides equal, and then the 2 other adjacent opposite sides are equal. This one that we're going to draw next is going to be a rectangle that has all 4 sides the same length. Go a little bit off the line, just like the other one did. Make sure all the sides are equal. And this time, all 4 of my sides are equal. And all 4 corners are right angles. And again, we have a square here. So a rectangle that has all sides equal is a square. A rhombus with 4 right angles is also a square. So all squares are both rhombuses and rectangles. There's a specific type of rhombus or rectangle. All right, so let's look at a kind of word problem here. It says a rhombus has a perimeter of 217 centimeters. What is the length of each side of the rhombus? I'm going to draw myself a rhombus here. Let me draw my sides here. Parallel sides here. I'm going to draw kind of like that diamond-shaped rhombus that we had before. And we know that all of our sides have to be equal. And this one does not have right angles. Now, all the way around, my perimeter is 217 centimeters. And if I know that all my sides are equal, well, I can just divide that 217 by my 4 sides to figure out how much length I have on each side. So what the length of each side is. So I'll do 217 divided by 4. 4 goes into 21 5 times. Which should give us 20. Subtract our 1. We get 17 when we bring down our 7. 4 goes into 17 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16, which gives us 1 left over. 1 divided by 4. And we're just going to leave that as a fraction. I'm going to call that 1/4. Could have kept going and made it 0.25, but we're going to call it 5 1/4. It's a little bit easier to do. We know each side is 54 1/4 centimeters. And if we had 54 4 times, it would give us 216 plus 4 more fourths would give us 217. So that will give us our perimeter of 217 centimeters. And I'm going to say each side is 54 1/4 centimeters. Next, it tells us to list the properties that all rhombuses share. And I'm going to underline that word all, because some rhombuses are square. Some of them have 4 right angles, but not all rhombuses share that property. So let's start broad. We'll start with just our like the broadest category of quadrilaterals. All rhombuses have 4 sides, because all rhombuses are quadrilaterals. All rhombuses have equal side lengths. I'm going to put 4 equal side lengths. And then, because of those, all rhombuses have 2 sets of parallel sides. Because all rhombuses are parallelograms. And also include that all rhombuses have opposite congruent angles. So if I have a rhombus, this angle and this angle need to be the same, and this angle and this angle need to be the same. So the opposite angles are going to be the same measurement. Those are going to be congruent angles. All right, now it asks us to list the properties that all rectangles share. All rectangles have four sides. All rectangles have four right angles. And then all rhombuses all rectangles. We're talking about rectangles now. Have two sets of parallel equal sides. I'll say equal length sides. And those will be opposite sides. All right, I think that's it for rectangles there. And that is where we're going to end for today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.